People don't have social skills. They don't know how to talk to each other. You're in your head way too much. If you were an honor student like me, you're just taught to brown nose. Oh yeah, like the whole like social hierarchy shit. Serious mental health concerns, people just laugh off. Get so fucking brainwashed to just think there are certain ways to do things. And there really is no rule book. There really is no right and wrong way to be. Just be yourself. As someone who works in a high school right now, no shade to like hardworking teachers and educators and administrators, but I'd say a good 50% of the work I had to do on myself was unlearning bullshit from public school. I've had to fucking unlearn so much and learn actual skills that actually matter for this era. It's fucking ridiculous. 12 years in public school and 4 years in higher education, and I'm spending all of my free time learning skills. I've learned more on my own watching fucking YouTube than I learned in 16 years, and it's just bullshit. I know I'm not the only one that's super frustrated by the way that the world is set up. It just seems like things are moving so fast, things are changing so fast, but the institutions are not keeping up with it, and it's just so fucking frustrating because I'm spending my own free time learning shit that I could have been learned. I was gonna say like some of the things that brainwashed me. So I used to think there were rules for everything. I used to think that certain people couldn't talk to certain people. I used to like really have a problem with authority and rules. I still kind of do. I don't want to just do things the way I'm told to do it. I want to think for myself. I don't think school teaches you to think for yourself. It teaches you that there are right and wrong answers. And I think that that is so toxic just for a child to learn, because now you're going through life tiptoeing, afraid to make errors when you need to actually face rejection and failure a lot of times if you want to level up quickly and get to your end goal. Serious mental health concerns, people just laugh off. There's really not a big emphasis on psychology or social emotional learning, emotional intelligence, nutrition, wellness, work-life balance, critical thinking skills, effective communication. Like a lot of these like life skills, they are not teaching you in high school, and it really makes you wonder like what is the point of that. I don't think it's a big conspiracy theory. I think it's just nobody fucking cares enough to change the way that it is. Yeah, you're just learning to take orders and jump through hoops. If you were an honor student like me, you're just taught to brown nose, become a bootlicker basically, and just finesse your way to your A, because a lot of that shit they're giving you is busy work to like help you milk the clock. Like everyone is just watching the clock, waiting for like the day to go by. And that fucked up my brain so much because I got into this state of mind where I was just constantly rushing through things, or like trying to like dissociate from my environment so I could get through the day faster. And that just removed me from the present moment. So when I was actually living my life, it was harder and harder for me to be present. Oh yeah, like the whole like social hierarchy shit. I heard this kid say this girl came up to him in like the grocery store and was like striking up a conversation with him. And he was telling his friend, "That's so weird. I don't know you. Why are you talking to me? I don't know you." And I was just like, dude, how do you think people make friends? How do you think you like talk to girls? How do you think you exist as a human being? You have to talk to people, put yourself out there. And in high school, in public school in general, you're in your head way too much. Like, you're told to shut up, not to talk to, you're being disruptive to the class. Shut the fuck up. And kids are just on their phone. And thank God, like in my state, they just passed this law that says you can't have no cell phones in school. So that's really good. People really get brainwashed to think that there's a certain way to be. There is no certain way to be. You can be however the fuck you want. The popular kids don't fucking care. They just say whatever they feel like out of their mouth. And everyone thinks they're hilarious and funny because their timing is so perfect, because they're not fucking in their head questioning and thinking everything. Like, there are very few kids that were actually living that way. I remember there were some people who were like that, and I never talked to them because I was intimidated by them, because they were free to be themselves and I was a fucking NPC. You pretty much learn that talking to strangers, like going outside of your comfort zone or outside of your pre-existing friend group, is weird. People don't have social skills. They don't know how to talk to each other because you're in the same classroom with the same group of kids, 30 kids for a year, and you don't ever talk to them. You only talk to them when you're forced to do group activities. Like, it is so fucking dystopian. You're made to feel weird if you actually want to have genuine friends and like build real connections with people. You're a kid and you're learning to have these like transactional relationships with people that are not based in real intimacy or like genuine and like vulnerability at all. And why do you think we're in a loneliness epidemic? Because that's the type of bullshit mindset we're all growing up in. Don't ever show how you really feel. It's not that deep. Nobody cares. Don't show emotion. Like, this is a professional environment, and the whole thing is so anti-human. It's so fake, and I just always hated it. It made me so depressed. It really bugs me because when kids are in grade 9, they're a lot like how they were in middle school, and middle school was like the last time I was free to just be myself and make jokes and goof off with my friends. Around grade 10, and I'm saying this from an educator's perspective, someone who works in a high school, around sophomore year, kids start acting different. They start to buy into the conditioning that the institution has been drilling into them. They start to become sleep deprived. They start to work. They start to like need money. Their parents start charging them rent and things like that. So like it's really just a process of watching these young impressionable people become brainwashed. And I'm so sensitive and passionate about this because I'm such a creative person, and in order to be creative you kind of have to channel your inner child. And so when I watch people go through this process of killing off their child so they can get realistic, it's so depressing to me because I know as an educator I'm playing a part in that. I'm playing a part in their conditioning and their brainwashing and training them to live in this false reality that we call the real world. I fucking hate it. I'd rather not. You need money, but I don't think that needing money should mean you have to stop being yourself or give up on your dreams or not be like free anymore to express yourself. My phone got too hot and I had to stop, but I was basically just saying that I don't want them to think that they have to give up on who they really are in order to be somebody in this world, because it's actually the opposite. In order to manifest incredible breakthroughs and to have like an incredible life, you need that childlike spirit. Like Jesus said, unless you are like a child, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, you might get to that point where you made it, and then fucking what? Like your real self died long time ago. And it's really important to figure out who you are, what you want, and where you're going. And if you need help figuring that out, I actually created a free workbook for you guys that helps you do exactly that. So make sure that you check it out in the first link in the description down below. I don't really know what the point was. I was just ranting, but like, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.